Why do we fight? Why do we get lashed out? Why do we get into disagreements with some people? Why are some people just triggered by us and we get triggered by some people? If those questions are bothering you, if you want to get to the bottom of it, if you want to know exactly why we get triggered, why we get into dispute, why we get into disagreements with someone, well, then this video is for you. I found myself asking those questions and wondering, what do I do wrong? Why do I get lashed out to certain people? Why do I get into conflict with some people? And then I would come up with a very simple, logical answer like, oh, I got into dispute with someone because that person was very disrespectful, or that person hurt my feeling, or that person was really mean, or I felt overwhelmed, or I felt misunderstood. And the list can go on and on and on. We've all been there. And all of those emotions are real. Yes, you felt overwhelmed. Yes, you felt disrespected. Yes, you felt misunderstood or mistreated maybe, or taken advantage of. But what is actually behind, those are all the byproduct of what? The most powerful emotions that get all the people into a fight mode, into the mode of protecting your opinion, protecting your integrity. It's a fear. Fear, right? And you would say, what do you mean? Well, if you would look at any situation that you've been in conflict with someone, and I know you're gonna say, yes, they triggered me, they pushed my buttons, they get me to the point when I felt overwhelmed and I lash out, or that person said something bad to me and I had to defend myself. But if you actually trace it back, those are all the byproducts of very powerful emotions of fear. Fear that drives us to go into the self mode, self-protection mode. And as a result, because we are going in the scarcity mode, both parties actually in the scarcity mode when they fight, we start to self-protect and self-promote ourselves. Just bear with me, I will give you a real life example so you will understand you can actually apply that to any conflict situation that you ever been to any disagreements, to any moment when you felt like you just lash out on someone for no reason, or at any moment when someone lash out on you, and I will explain you that both of you were scared in a moment. So it happened very recently. I found myself with two kids. My husband just left to work, 12-hour shift. I was with two young kids, 5-year-old and 2-year-old. And they were playing, and at some point my daughter hit my son with something and his nose started bleeding. And it was like a very bad bleeding. I've never seen so much blood in my life. So my daughter was just shocked. She started crying. Like she didn't expect that, this is gonna